Hello and welcome to CustomsPro. In this video, we will show you how to create a new shipment out of the UK that has an NCTS. Before we start, please ensure you have a copy of your invoice to hand, as this should contain all of the details required to complete this process. For this video, we will be using an example invoice. Your invoice may look different in appearance. However, it should contain all of the correct information required to complete the following steps. In addition, for a shipment out of the UK with an NCTS, you will also need to know the route of your shipment, which borders it will be crossing, and the office of destination. Please check with your haulier if you do not know this information before starting this video. Firstly, once logged in, click the New Shipment button. This will then load a new screen entitled Shipment Details. The first step on this screen is to ensure the type field is selected as Out of UK. The next field for NCTS requires you to select either Yes or No. For this video, we are showing you how to create a shipment out of the UK with an NCTS, and therefore this option must be selected as Yes. Next, beside the Route field, click the drop-down menu bar to see all of the available routes within CustomsPro. From this list, click which route your shipment will be taking. In this example, we will be using Dover to Calais. Safety and security will automatically be set to Yes and cannot be changed. The primary contact is the person who will be responsible for administrating this shipment. Upon clicking the menu bar, you will see a list of any contacts you have previously added. If the person you wish to assign is listed, then simply click their name and move on to the next step. If the person you would like to assign as the primary contact is not listed here, then simply click the plus button to the right-hand side. A new pop-up box will then appear where you can input all of their contact details, including name, email, and telephone number. Upon completing all of these fields, click Save, and this person will then be added to the primary contact box and will now always appear within your list of contacts. The next field, entitled Notify Additional Parties, allows you to have other people, besides the primary contact, notified of the customs details. This feature is ideal if you regularly use a specific haulier who you would like to receive all of the information for the customs entry, instead of you having to pass the information on each time. If you do not need anyone else notified of the customs details, then move on to the next step. However, if you would like to have other people notified of these details, then you must first select either a group or specific contacts. Both options will enable an additional field to appear below, where you can simply choose the name of the group or individual contacts who are listed within your account. If the group or contact you are looking to add is not listed here, then you simply need to go into Settings in the top main menu in order to add or amend groups and contacts. The customer reference is a field which allows you to input a personalized reference to ensure you know which shipment this is in reference to. There's nothing specifically that needs to be inputted here. It is simply a description for your own reference in the future of this shipment, so you can input what you would like here. This number must be unique. The vehicle number is the vehicle registration number, or more commonly known as the number plate, and similarly, if applicable, the trailer number is the number plate of the trailer. If you input the vehicle number, then you don't need to input the trailer number, and vice versa. So, if you input the trailer number, then you don't need to input the vehicle number, but you can put in both numbers. Additionally, you can also input a container number if you have one. Next, click within the Expected Date of Departure white box, and a calendar will appear, from which you can select the date your shipment will depart. The next field, entitled Border Crossing, will be auto-completed for the first border your shipment will cross, depending on the route you have selected. Next, you will need to choose the office of destination, which is simply the final customs office that the goods are being cleared at. To input this, click inside the white box and start typing either the name of the destination or the location code if you have it. A drop-down box will then appear as you type, with any relevant options. Simply click the correct option and this will then populate the field. In this example, we will use Milan. If the route of your shipment is going to be crossing any other borders between your initial ferry border crossing and final office destination, then you will need to add these individually. In this example, once arriving in Calais, our shipment will be travelling through Switzerland to arrive in Italy and will therefore need 2 additional border crossings added. To do this, click Add Second Border Crossing and select whichever border crossing is correct for your route. For our example, we will cross the border at Basel to gain access to Switzerland, and so we will select Basel. If you have any additional border crossings to add, then you can continue to click the grey Add Border Crossing button and repeat this process until you have listed every border your shipment will cross. For our example, we will click the Add Third Border Crossing button, since we will need to cross a final border at Pont to gain access into Italy, and will therefore select Pont to complete the list of border crossings for our shipment. The final field on this screen is the Upload Attachments section. Here you can upload any documents you would like to store within the shipment details, so that you have everything in one place for ease. For example, invoices, customs documents, etc. To attach a document, simply click the Choose File button. Locate the document on your device and then click Open. This document will then be added into this field, and you can continue to repeat this process by clicking the Add Another Attachment button in order to add as many documents as you would like. We recommend you always upload the documents. Once all of these fields have been completed, you can then click the Save and Add/Amend Consignments button at the bottom of the screen. If there are any errors within the fields on this page, then the system will alert you. Otherwise, you will now see the next page entitled Consignment Details. Firstly, you'll notice your consignment number has now been automatically created for you. Next, your company name will automatically be added within the UK Trader field. If you need to amend this, then click the Menu tab and select the correct trader name, or if the trader you wish to use here isn't listed, then simply click the plus button and complete all their details in the new pop-up box that appears. Exactly the same as mentioned earlier when adding a new contact. The partner name is then the name of the party who the goods are being sold to. Click the white section of the menu box and select which partner you wish to add here. Again, if they are not listed, then simply click the plus button and add them via the pop-up box. The declarant, simply click the menu item to show the list of declarants, or add a new declarant by clicking the plus button to the right and completing their details. The next 6 fields should now all be information provided within your invoice. So please reference your invoice for the following fields and input the information exactly as it is written. These fields include the total amount of packages within your consignment, the gross weight, which is the total weight of all goods, including the goods and packaging, the net weight, which is the weight of only the goods themselves without packaging. Please note, if you do not know both your gross and net weight, you can input the same weight in both fields. Your invoice number, as it appears on your invoice, the currency in which your invoice is charged, and the total value of the invoice. The next field is your terms of sale, which you will need to know in order to gain the correct option for this field. There are many options to choose from, and guessing an option could incur unnecessary charges. So if you're unsure, then please check with your haulier or supplier. For this example, we will choose EXW, Ex-Works, as this is the standard terms of sale for this type of shipment, but please choose the correct option for your shipment. Next, as you'll notice, your Declaration Unique Consignment Reference, DUCR, is auto-completed. Then your last field is to select whether your consignment has only one commodity or not. A commodity simply refers to the type of goods in your consignment. So, if you only have one type of goods, then you can select Yes. But if your consignment has more than one type of goods, for example, a range of furniture consisting of beds, chairs, and sofas, then each of those will be a separate commodity, and therefore you will need to select No. For the purpose of this demonstration, we will only have one commodity. Once everything has been completed, click Save and Add Commodities to move on to the next step. The next screen is entitled Commodity Details. Since we only had one commodity, most of the fields are auto-completed from our inputs on the previous screen. However, if you have multiple commodities, then the following steps will apply. It will just be a case of inputting these details multiple times for each type of commodity that your consignment contains. So, firstly, the product code. If you have any previously added product codes, then you can click the product code field box and a drop-down menu will appear of any products you have previously added. If you are doing this for the first time or need to add a new product, then simply click the plus button and complete the required fields. If you're unsure as to which commodity code your product is categorized under, then please visit www.trade-tariff.service.gov.uk/find_commodity to find the correct commodity code for your goods. Once your product code and commodity code is added, simply input the commodity gross and net weight. If you are simply adding one commodity, then this will be auto-filled. On some commodity codes, HMRC require a second quantity. It will display what this quantity is, for example, square meter or number of pieces. The currency is also auto-filled from information provided in the previous screen, as is the value. However, if you are adding more than one commodity, then you'll need to input the values separately. Number of packages isn't a required field. However, it will help the shipment process if this is known. The country of destination is simply the final destination of the shipment. Please note, this is not necessarily the country in which the partner that you are selling to is based, since their company address could be based in a different country to the location the goods are being shipped to. Certain countries will reveal an additional field entitled Preference. Here, you simply need to select Yes or No as to whether your shipment has a preference. This information will be provided on your invoice. Then the final three fields simply require you to select either Yes or No to the following questions. Are the goods licensable? Are the goods hazardous? Do you have a health certificate number? From here, you'll then see the final commodities screen, where you can check all of your inputted details. And if anything is incorrect, you can click Edit and edit any information, or simply delete the commodity if it's no longer required. Once you're happy with the information, click Transmit. This will now automatically submit your shipment to customs and then show the very last Consignments Out of UK screen, which will show all of the information regarding your consignment. The progress status will update automatically, and if you want to come back and check anything at a later date, simply click Shipments Out of UK in the main menu bar and you'll be able to see all your consignment information. We hope you have found this information helpful, but if you have any questions then please contact our support team who are here to help 24/7.